Wagwan. Right, one thing I realised is I haven't done a history of the car, what I know about it, what I don't know about it, what it is. I've just kind of jumped into it with a lot of excitement. So let's run through it. It is a 1995, I believe. It's a bit funny because it's an import, Toyota Soarer. It's basically a Supra with a different body on it. Same chassis, so it makes it easy. A lot of the parts are the same. It's quite nice actually. It has been off the road since 2015-ish. That's when the MOT ran out, so at some point during that year. All I know about it is I've been told the engine blew a few times, and eventually the owner just decided to redo the whole thing. Say fuck it, redo the entire thing, and he stopped. So I basically bought an ongoing project, which I know is a big no-no. Very, very bad idea. But it's a very beautiful car. It's a black interior, which is extraordinarily rare by itself. I want to say it's original, not dyed, considering some bits are going on it, but it doesn't really matter. It's very nice anyway. It's the pre-facelift model. I figured it out on the Soarers group, thankfully, which I had a suspicion it was, because I read some bits, but it's so hard to find information on cars like this sometimes, which means it had the 1JZ non-VVTi, the GTE engine, twin turbo, or GTT technically, I guess. And I don't know what happened to that engine, because when I bought it, it had a 2JZ in it, and that was going to be the conversion. I have decided to convert it to a 1JZ as it was before. Depending on the funds and depending on how the project goes and how the videos go, that's another thing. It's quite a big part of it. I might look at putting a VVTi in it, because the VVTi is always better at the end of the day. But I'll just have to see how things go, because I can just drop the lump in it and it'll work, versus a VVTi. It's a pain in the arse. It's a lot of wiring. It's an aftermarket ECU. It's thousands of pounds more. So would I rather just get a cheap link ECU, put a non-VVTi in it, and then put a big turbo on it for the same money? You know, so it really depends. But then also you're going back to the roots of it being a classic, beautiful engine. You know, the original straight six, well, not the original, it's the 7, it's M something, 7, I can't remember what it is, 7MG, is it? Something like that. That's the original actually, to be honest, but it's not the best engine in the world. It's pretty cool. This is overall the car I've always wanted. It is a car I've always wanted to own. I don't know how I've ended up with a project on it instead, but you know, if you can't find it how you want it, build it how you want it. So this will be a very long, probably about 14 to 15 months, I'd assume. Current state of the car. I've got most of the interior out, or the entire interior is loose. The whole dashboard, everything I believe is loose. That wasn't me. So it gives me a bit of fiddling room. I need to look at getting the battery connected, which is down here, the positive. I need it over there, where you guys are. That's where the ECU goes. You can see some bits. I've got the ECU in the garage, which also should hold the wiring. I don't know how much of it, and a lot of other parts. Hopefully I've got all the parts I need, because there are some parts which I need and are very expensive, but we're just going to have to see how we go on that one. So overall, very exciting. Going to be a very, very good project. What have I done so far? Interior out, as I said, I've taken this console apart. The automatic shifter was out because it was an auto, which means it has a open differential, which means I will be putting a limited slip differential in it, because skids. Yeah, and that's probably as far as I've gone. I've done some rustifying, because it had a little bit of rust in some common spots. It is a galvanized body from what I know, so it shouldn't rust. Just some bits are common, weirdly. There's a front frame which you can actually buy and replace, because it's the same as the Supra, to my knowledge. I might be wrong. So apart from that, that's really it. I've also got some sound systeming to do, because it does have a focal system in it, I believe, already. I haven't opened them up, but I believe it's got a focal system in both door cards, both a tweeter and a small speaker. I presume it's small because the hole's quite small. Then behind me are two holes for about 6.5 to 7 inch speakers, and a very big sub hole I don't think there's any speakers there. There's definitely no sub, so I'm gonna have to have a look. Might get some vocal, but I think the important thing is getting this car running and driving before I start looking at the sound system. So of course that means there is no head unit either. So I think that is about a good wrap of how the car is. So today's job, what is today's job? I haven't even figured it out. I've just thought, let's just turn up and see how I feel. Probably going to go through the wiring, trying to route some of the wiring through, see what I have, see what I'm missing, and I can kind of write a list and start collecting parts across the next few months. Trying to get good deals. It's a good thing. I've got a lot of time, which means I can have a look at pricing and make sure I do get a good deal. I can double check all the looms, make sure there's no breaks. There are some cut wires and stuff around the place, which I think is for the audio system, so it shouldn't be too bad. Usually where there's a cut wire, there's also a new wire next to it, so it looks like someone's trying to connect some bits. So we can deal with that when it comes. So I think that is it. Let's get smashing.